Well, there are certainly things bigger than football, and that is the case tonight as the incident over at Bowie High School tonight. Rachel.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Adrian. We want to start tonight's sportscast and really this Borderland Blitz by talking about the breaking news, the concerning breaking news out of Bowie High School that we first brought to you on ABC 7 at 10. We're learning that a member of the Bowie High School band has been taken to the hospital after collapsing at the game. ABC 7's Kerry Mannix spoke with witnesses at the game and joins us live now from Bowie High School with the latest. Kerry, what can you tell us?
Well, Rachel and Adrian, we do have new information from the last time that we checked in. A coach told ABC 7 that it was a student on the band that did collapse. EPISD confirmed it was a male student. And kids here that I spoke to that were at the game say that they were really scared. That coach telling us that the defibrillator and CPR were being issued for several minutes, and it's dark here now. You can see behind me the stadium is off. Due to this incident, the game was called, and when we got here there was a long line of cars and even ambulances trying to clear out of here. And of course we're going to keep you updated on this situation as those new developments come, but for now, Rachel and Adrian, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
And thank you very much, Kerry. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with that band student from Bowie High School, and we'll of course keep you updated throughout the weekend when we learn new information.
Yeah, just want to reiterate there quickly that EPISD has confirmed to us that the band member was a male, and like Adrian said, we'll continue to keep you updated when we learn new information.
So we'll try our best here to move on with the highlights, and we'll begin with an East Side showdown tonight in District 168. District play began in District 168. Now, last season, Pebble Hills and Eastwood ended the year having to share the district title. They don't want to do that this year, so the winner of this game gets the advantage right off the bat in the standings. So let's go ahead and go to Trooper Stadium. It's our game of the week, Spartans and Troopers to kick off district play. Standing room only at Trooper Stadium. Eastwood's Evan Minjades with a handoff to Maximus Mancia. Mad Max in there makes it 12-0 Eastwood. Then Spartans quarterback Gael Ochoa with the quarterback keeper here. He'll take it to the house. That made it 12-7. Eastwood still with the lead, and Eastwood going to answer right back. Minjades with the pass to Fabian Penalosa. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion next. See, that was good for the touchdown. Let's go for 2 here. Minjades with the pass to Rudy Garcia. Nice catch by Rudy there. Made it 20-7 Eastwood. And then Gael Ochoa on the Pebble Hill side with the pass to Brandon Cardenas. Makes the great catch in the back of the end zone. It's 20-13. Pebble Hill's getting back into it, but right before the half, Minjades takes it in, makes it 28-13 Eastwood. Less than 2 minutes left to go. Pebble Hills are not done yet. Ochoa to Marcus Torres right here. Marcus makes the catch in the end zone, and it's 28-20. Eastwood would go into the half with the 8-point lead. We go to the second half now. Ramon Laguana makes the catch right here, and he'll take care of the rest. Touchdown Troopers. It's 42-27. Then later, let's go ahead and get back to the highlights. We ain't done yet. Isaiah Zamora with the interception, had an interception return. And then that's going to do it. You see the final score right here. The Troopers get it done in a tight one, 49-42. The final. We're working to get some post-game sound with head coach Julio Lopez. We're working on that right now. We do want to mention as well, there was an injury on the Eastwood side. Noah Padilla for Eastwood had to be carted off the field. Prayers and our thoughts with Noah. They did say, a reporter who was out at the scene, Felix Chavez with the El Paso Times, did say that Padilla was moving his hands and legs, so there's some good news there, but he was carted off the field. But our thoughts and prayers are with Eastwood's Noah Padilla tonight. Yeah, a lot of scary scenes happening out on the football field tonight. A massive win for Eastwood right there over Pebble Hills. We talked about it all week, the showdown, Pebble Hills and Eastwood. Pebble Hills coming out on the losing end of that one. I think a lot of people would have thought that it would have been Pebble Hills winning, but Eastwood, so dominant at home, continue to show that dominance, and I'm sure you're pretty happy about that. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, that's that news. Eastwood, last year, Pebble Hills swamped all over Eastwood, so Eastwood was out for retribution, and they got it this year. Let's keep things in District 168 right now tonight over at the SAC. It was the Montwood Rams taking on the Americas Trailblazers. Americas was coming off a loss against Odessa last week. A good test for them while Montwood was still in search of their first win of the season.
Some back and forth action here at the sack as you get that beautiful established shot. America's running out of the tunnel, ready to get things going. Mark Moore makes the pass to Christian Perez and is popped by Ram linebacker Jose Hita, who causes a fumble, and it is recovered for the touchdown, a scoop and score by Antonio Landros, 21-20 Montwood. Mark Moore says, okay, it's all good. We got this, guys. We're still in the game. Rams certainly celebrating, but Moore ready to get back into this game. Drops back and sees a window and powers it in for the touchdown. QB keep right there from Moore. They go up 21-29 Americas. And yes, I would be celebrating too if I was Mark Moore after getting done from the scoop and score. He is back into action right there. During the extra point, Mark Moore drops back and finds Abdiel Rincon, but picked off by Rams Joshua Estrada, who is just running for a will. He gets stopped. Yes, he does by Moore himself. Moore backing up right there to get it going. 29-21. This game actually going into overtime. An absolute classic out at the sack. Tied at 29 right now. Montwood had a 32-yard field goal, but it was blocked. So 29-29, it is how it stands. We'll try and get you a final score as the show goes on.
Yeah, hopefully that game will go final during this sportscast, and we'll get you the final score from that. But just some excellent games tonight from District 168, including from last night too. Franklin and Coronado. Franklin getting the dub, and then Eastlake also getting the win against El Dorado. So District 168, district play looking good right now.
It's exciting that it's here. It's crazy. Only a couple weeks in already, we're into district play. It's good stuff.
While over at Del Valle, the Conquistadores were looking for a bounce back after a tough loss to Pebble Hills last week. Tonight they played host to the Andress Eagles, a team also in search of their first win of the season. We go out to Del Valle here, and Del Valle heads into the field again, taking on the Andress Eagles in the first quarter. You're going to see a pass from Jonathan Estrada, and it is caught, and then Conquistadores going to get on the board right here for the touchdown.
Drop dead.
And then Andress get a shot of the band first here, and then Andress, nice defensive play right here. That's nice defensive play for Del Valle. As you see the interception by Shelton Fuller.
Pretty sure he has some D1 offers right now, Shelton Fuller. That's how
see
good
the
he
vertical.
is.
That's one. That's definitely one for the real there. And there you see the handoff to Matt Lopez for the touchdown. The cheerleaders and the band for Del Valle celebrating. Final score in this one, you see the Andress Eagles. Andress Eagles, according to that score,
I think not final yet is what I'm being told.
Right, okay, we're gonna go update this score for you. It's not a final score, but at last check, we had the Eagles up 21-7. We, of course, update you on this score in the show here.
We'll get that in just a few minutes. We're gonna head up to the northeast now. Burgess taking a visit to the park, taking on the Matadors. And now take a look at this Parkland QB. Eric Ortiz thinks he's got a free play because he thought there was an offsides. No flags down, and he's waving his arms. That means that Burgess came down with the 50-50 ball, but they were not able to score. Parkland gets the ball right back, and that's Anthony Carrillo running it in. But guys, he's too strong. And you're about to see, he's also just too fast. He's going to get another handoff right near midfield. He's going to put a nice little move, breaks an ankle, and he's going to put on the afterburners. Throw up the finger wag because they're too slow.
Yeah,
no one can catch him. Big win at the park, 35-7 for the Matadors over the Mustangs.
I think that's 3-0 for the Park starting the season.
Parkland undefeated.
Yeah, well, let's take you to the blue turf. The Canattia Eagles hosting the Austin Panthers, who are looking for their first win of the season. The 4A, 5A matchup going down in front of the rugged Franklin Mountains. Coach Picardo told me they need to manage the clock out to give themselves a chance in this one. And yeah, they started out doing just that. First drive of the game here, and Anakin Torres finds Tarius Walker, an 8-minute drive to start the game right there, and they're into the red zone. That's how you go and match it with a bigger and deeper team. But Jeremiah Parrish on the carry with the fumble. It's recovered by David Arado, and he runs it over 90 yards for the scoop and score. But wait, it's called back, folks. We've got a deflated eagle on the field. Called back for a push, but Torres, don't worry. He'd pick it off right here and go in for the score. That would be Arado getting it, for the score. Pick 6, he'd make up for his scoop and score that didn't get it in. And Canattia and the Eagles are flipping out. They go on to win 35-7.
Rachel, I need to meet the kid named Anakin. I got way too many Star Wars jokes for him. Well, staying up back in the Northeast, that's where I was tonight at Irvin, where they're taking on the undefeated Hanks Knights, and it was a tough one for the home crowd at Irvin. Hanks was up 35-3 at the half. Irvin was looking to get anything going. This is a 3rd and 10. They throw out route, and they're trying to get that first down, see if they can get any kind of momentum shift. No. Hanks gets the ball right back. Guys, I got confused here. It was a total play fake. Hanks just trots in.
That's when you know a team is good. If they can make out the camera.
I know, just running up that score. And guys, they would keep on doing that. Final score in this one, 56 for the undefeated Knights over Irvin.
Massive start for Scott Belize in his first time with the Hanks Knights. 3-0 to start the season in the Belize era. Awesome stuff.
Talk about turning around the program. Scott Belize, Hanks Knights rolling. Plenty more to come here on the Borderland Blitz. Plenty more highlights to get to. We'll check in with the Riverside Rangers as they played host to the Jefferson Silver Foxes tonight. Also, Bel Air was looking to remain undefeated as well as they played host to the Chaparral Lobos. And of course, as always, our War of the Week coming up after the break. And Rachel, we have a new segment we're going to introduce. We teased it on Twitter today.
Yeah, Zach's Dance Blitz. You've seen him. No, he's not Adrian's kid, but he is really, really cute. So we brought him back for some more action. Stay with us.
The lunchtime escape that fits your schedule and budget. Handcrafted pizza made with the freshest ingredients. And plenty of other delicious choices like salads, breadsticks, and dessert. They're all made to be shared. It's Peter Piper Pizza's Lunchtime Buffet. Ready when you are, weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Peter Piper Pizza. Pizza made fresh, families made happy.
Would you like to work in New York City or Chicago? Get the chance at Southwest University with our associate's degree in culinary arts. Don't wait until 2024 and apply by September 22nd. And get a high-level education by chefs Carlos Gaitan, Mikel Alonso, and Jonathan Gomez Luna. Secure your spot in our program starting this September with our exclusive scholarship, only at Culinary Institute by Southwest University. For more information, visit us at southwestuniversity.edu. Last day to enroll is September 22nd. Culinary Institute by Southwest University. A passion for food.
Weather, uncorruptible yet mysterious. Its movement determined by the cosmos and nature as indiscriminate as it is life-giving. Here at EBC7, Chief Meteorologist Doppler Dave Spielman and Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez investigate Mother Nature's only weakness, studying the language of science to exploit any hint of predictability to give the most accurate report for you, your property, and your family's safety. ABC7 Storm Track Weather, always tracking first to alert.
Welcome back, and we just actually got new news from the El Paso Independent School District. A spokesperson, Pablo Villa, who was with the district, just sent me a statement from he and the communication staff over at EPISD saying, quote, during today's football game between Isleta and Bowie High School at Batisamang Memorial Stadium, a Bowie student experienced a medical emergency. The student was quickly attended to by the medical team on site, who assessed the situation and ensured the necessary precautions were taken. Emergency medical services were subsequently called to the scene and promptly transported the student to receive further medical attention. Out of respect for the Bowie High School community, the remainder of the football game was canceled along with the associated activities. The collective thoughts and prayers of El Paso ISD are with the student, their family, and the entire Bowie community. The safety and security of students is the district's highest priority, and we will continue to provide any necessary assistance and support to the affected individuals. We request that the privacy of the student and their family be respected at this time. We also want to express our sincere gratitude to the medical personnel and EMS for their swift response and ongoing care. Again, that is a complete statement from a spokesperson from EPISD on the situation that happened at Bowie High School today. And I want to reiterate what the spokesperson said at the end, where gratitude always goes out to the medical and first responders who are there on scene for any kind of sports game.
Rachel, you talked to a source who told us somebody from the opposing athletic department was even helping the student as well.
Just a coach told me that they saw, CPR was being done for several minutes there on the field before that ambulance arrived and the defibrillator was used. We do know that student was a member of the Bowie High School band, a male. We also know from the fire department that they were rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. So a lot happening here, but I mean, good news in the sense that we're getting a statement from EPISD telling us what they can right now. Obviously, they're communicating with us, and we will continue to communicate with you with the latest details that we're getting from EPISD as well as everyone involved. But as we mentioned, and as they mentioned that statement, our thoughts and prayers out to that family, that student, the entire Bowie community, and as well as his letter, because that's just a really hard thing to watch during a football game. You go there looking for excitement, and then something like this happens. It's really quite tragic.
And then we'll go ahead and go to those highlights from that particular game. Again, it was the Bowie Bears taking on the Isleta Indians. This was, of course, before the incident had occurred. And you see right here Bowie with the interception here, and they'll take it all the way to the end zone for the pick 6 there. And again, this game was called off in the fourth quarter following that incident. The final score, and it will go down as a win for the Bowie Bears. As you see, Bowie will win this game 21-12. And that's, again, our thoughts and prayers are with the member of the Bowie band, who we know is a male student. And we'll, of course, keep you posted throughout the weekend with the latest developments from Bowie and from EPISD.
Yeah, of course. Let's move things along here. We'll go to the Riverside Rangers. They were also hoping to stay in the win column as they took on a winless Jefferson squad tonight. Riverside Rangers taking on the Silver Foxes right here as they run out of the tunnels. Beginning of the second half right now. Pass coming up, intended for number 17, but is incomplete in the end zone. Just drops it cold. Had the chance, couldn't hold on. On their third attempt, pass is complete, however, to Toa Samoa Misioka for a Rangers touchdown. High fives all around and jumps in the air. Yeah. That's a 5 right there. Oh, he got a pound on that one. This time Jefferson handoff to Sergio Rodati, but defense from the Rangers coming up clutch. Riverside going on here to beat Jefferson 28-0. That is a
defense
0 right there.
Defense wins championships.
That's what they say. Well, guys, it was an interstate showdown tonight at Bel Air High School. The Highlanders hosting the Lobos from Chaparral, New Mexico. Now, this one just turned out to be an absolute slugfest for the visiting team. The final score actually 66-0 here. You can see Bel Air just all over Chaparral there, getting that interception, keeps going.
Pick 6 there.
It's supposed to be.
Bel Air showed no mercy in this
No,
game,
you want to talk about running up the score. That is how you do it, by putting a 60 vertical out there.
Was that McCuby again with a pick 6? He had one last week. Was it him again? I think so.
It seemed, it looked like it. And I think this is Noah Moreno here for the Highlanders.
Just putting the shoulder down and getting over that goal line. Again, 66-0.
I think Avery was out at this game, said it was like 33-0 at the end of the first quarter.
They just decided 61, excuse me.
61-0.
61. I had in my head they just
61-0.
doubled their score on the dot.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the Lady on the Hill, El Paso High School, the site of the first ever Sun Bowl. The Tigers taking on the San Elizario Eagles. Both teams were winless entering the night, so who will get their first win of the season in the first quarter here? Rachel, check this out. I think this is a sweet play nominee. This is El Paso Santiago Gonzalez on the return. Check this out. Just going to blow right through the tackler
I don't
there.
think we're talking enough about that block right before.
And the block, too. Yeah, that was
you wanna talk
that was
about
a heck of a block on that
That is a
return.
team sweet play potential nomination right there.
And so El Paso, once again, on the move right here. This time, they're going to hand it off to Santiago Gonzalez.
Nice move.
Makes the tackler miss, bounces off another one, and Santiago Gonzalez, welcome to End Zone City. Yeah, that was actually, that's Christopher Valenzuela. Christopher Valenzuela on that run right there. That made it 14-0 El Paso. And you see right there, costly error by the San Elizario Eagles. They fumble it. El Paso recovers. And they're going to go ahead and cash on in. It's Juan Santibanez, play action, the pass to Pablo Gonzalez, and Mr. Gonzalez will go ahead and take care of the rest. Tack on 6 more points for the Tigers. El Paso rolling on homecoming night for them, actually. It was 21-0 at that point in the second quarter. Final score in this one, if we can pop up the score. Still don't have a final on this one. If you were at this game, El Paso, San Elizario, let us know. Shoot us an email. Tag us on Twitter.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say El Paso won.
It looked like El Paso was
Rachel,
dominating.
that is good prognostication.
It looked like El Paso was dominating. There's always some games that escape us, hard to find scores, but yeah.
Well, let's take you to the newly named Sal Gonzalez Stadium. Gadsden Panthers hosting the Clint's Lions. Gadsden up 12-2. They get the massive stop right here on Clint, going for it, but Turnover on the 1 yard line. So Gadsden in a hurt of pain right here, and the sack on the QB. You watch the clap above the head. It's coming. Yep, it's a safety right there. But just because Gadsden couldn't get the offense going there doesn't mean they wouldn't late on 4th down. Munoz finds Zach Minahedes for a touchdown. Gadsden go on to win this one 18-4.
Rachel, that is the ugliest score I've ever seen. 2 safeties.
Look, I got there and I was like, please give me something.
That's
and
a
I got
scoregami.
some
It has
things,
to be.
guys.
There's no way it's not.
Moving on, checking in on some of the scores. The Horizon Scorpions were on the road tonight in Fort Stockton. You see it was all the Panthers from Fort Stockton in a shutout, 34-0 over Horizon. Mountain View was also on the road tonight in Seminole. Not a good day for the Lobos as well, as Seminole gets the dub in this one, 58-14, the final. And you see right here by the open there, we're going to the War of the Week. Rachel, you were out at this one. What better way? The West Side Bowl. Why not?
I know, what a sight. I was saying to someone yesterday, imagine being a kid in high school, getting to play a football game, being a marching band, be a cheerleader, and do it at the Sun Bowl. That is cool.
And on top of that, you get a $50 gift card if you win the War of the Week.
That's
so
very true.
Let's see how it all played out. Franklin Coronado, here's Iris Garcia Baron with the War of the Week.
Welcome to another War of the Week. We're at the Sun Bowl Stadium. This is because we have an infamous rivalry going on right now. We have Coronado Thunderbirds right here. Let's try that again. And then we have Franklin Cougars. So right now what they're battling is the winner's going to get a $50 gift card thanks to Southwest University. But before we get started, do you have any last words?
You're about to get thunderstruck.
What about you?
Y'all are about to get clawed.
All right, take your marks. Take your marks. For those of you who are watching right now, it's your turn to choose. So pick your side right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. It looks like Coronado. Nope, it looks like Franklin now. Franklin's filming. Coronado. It looks like they're getting tired. Who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take it? Hey, let's go! Hold! Coronado wins! Here's another War of the Week. Each time for football, high school football, every week, we're gonna have another War of the Week. So make sure and tune in. This is Iris Garcia Barron, ABC 7. Let's go!
That's a War of the Week there.
Much
Wow,
more
yeah.
competitive than last week.
Last
week was like a one swift.
It was Odessa.
It
That
was
was actually pretty good.
I
That
was
was
so
a-
distracted by Blitzy being with the T-Bird right there.
Yeah.
He was
Front and center as
living the
always.
life. Yeah. Well, still plenty more to come. Coming up, we've got Cathedral playing Fabens, Las Cruces, Cleveland, final score of that, Blitz picks, and then Adrian, Sam, the new segment we've been teasing all show.
It's coming up after the break.
Can't wait.
It's Zach's Dance Blitz, sponsored by Charlie Clark. Got that coming up after the break.
Did you know Western Tech offers programs in the business field? That's right. Learn those business fundamentals from a college who's been around for over 50 years. Now's your time. Start or complete your bachelor's degree, or take your game to the next level with an MBA. We're just not any technical school. We're Western Tech, and we mean business. Visit westerntech.edu and get started on your future today. Don't give up. Rise up at Western Tech. College for the real world.
No one fights alone. Join Desert Imaging on October 7th at Escadate Park for the Stand with Estella Casas 5K Fun Walking Kids Dash to kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month and help Borderland families fight cancer. Visit dielp.com for details.
At El Paso Water, we produce 40 billion gallons of high-quality drinking water each year. Here's how we do it. It starts in these settling basins where particles and debris are removed naturally. Then we use oxygen and electricity to sanitize it. Next, we filter nearly 200,000 gallons of water an hour. But we're not done yet. After a final disinfection, your water is thoroughly tested at a water quality lab. So when the water gets to you, you can be confident that it's safe to drink. Cheers.
9 times out of 10 when we get people who come into this office, it's because they're going through some of the most traumatic times in their lives. We're here to walk alongside them, to help them, and to advocate for them so that we can get their lives back on track. That's why we do what we do.
One more highlight to get to from tonight, and it was our Sweet Play of the Week winners, the Cathedral Fighting Irish on the road in Fabens, taking on the Fabens Wildcats. Cathedral still looking for their first win of the season. They were 0-2, whereas Fabens, they were perfect 2-0 today, and you see right here, that's Fabens Wildcat right there. Jonathan Escobar gets the sack, does a little dance right there, number 55. Oh yeah, I see you. I see. There you go. Nice.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Then then the senior Wildcat, Eric Ortiz, you're going to see him right here, takes the snap, going to scramble, and he's going to find sophomore Javier Hernandez. Touchdown. Nice catch there by Mr.
Did
Javier
someone say
Hernandez.
sweet play?
Nice. That is definitely, I got to say.
There's a lot of options
There's a lot
week,
this
I feel
week.
like.
You're going to have a tough job, Rachel, this week. Final score in this one, we can pop it up. We don't. Again, this is another one that escaped us this week. There's just some games are missing. If you were at this game, Cathedral Fabens, please shoot us an email.
news@kba.com.
Yeah.
Send it on over for us.
Still looking for a final. I think at last check it was like 7-7.
Okay,
So it
close
was a tight game on that one. We'll of course update you on that score. Meantime, Las Cruces Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were also in action taking on Cleveland. If we can pull up a scoreboard of that one. We've got Cleveland getting the dub over Las Cruces 42-13. I know the Dogs got on the board first, but yeah, tough to beat out a Cleveland Storm team right there.
Las Cruces' search for their first win continues. Tough when you're going up against the defending state champs in the Cleveland Storm there. So we'll go ahead and send things over to Sam for the Blitz pick.
Adrian, I want to start every time we do Blitz picks. Guys, our winners are picked at random. I press one button and it picks. All of our Blitz picks are fantastic. Let me show you some of them. This is from Dora Hernandez, and let's play some football, and I completely agree. Another one we got this week, if the screen's going to work. Spoiler alert, about a second one from Robert Perez, Parkland and Burgess, an after win picture. But guys, Adrian, I figured you'd like this one. A mini trooperette from Diana Roca. She is our winner this week. So Diana, if you're watching right now, I'll be giving you a phone call soon enough. Thank you for everyone who submitted, and make sure to keep sending us those Blitz picks.
Congratulations, Diana. That deserves a trooper clap right there. For the young trooperette. The future trooperette. It's all right. We've got plenty more
weeks to
episodes.
work on the
Yeah,
clap.
we'll get it eventually. Again, I know we promised the Zach Blitz dance. That's actually going to be in our next segment. But that's coming up after the break. So keep it right here. Zach's coming up right after the break.
There's more to me than just the things I struggle with, the things I deal with. I've been blessed with these mental issues because they don't make me who I am, but they have been a part of my journey. And if it wasn't for me meeting people who, you know, are dealing with the same things I'm dealing with, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. With that goes love. I mean, not just love in general, but I'm learning to love myself.
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Level up your career today. Don't wait until 2024.
Enroll now at Southwest University. Start your new career in the medical field. Serve your community and enroll now by September 22nd in the nursing, sonography, or radiology programs. We offer flexible schedules and short terms so you can finish faster. Grow your mindset and career and learn all the core values to succeed in the nursing, sonography, or radiology fields. For more information, visit us at southwestuniversity.edu. Last day to enroll is September 22nd. Southwest University. Start today.
There you see it. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. He is
the
back.
illuminated lights.
Back by popular demand. Everyone's been asking us about the young man in our promo, and yeah, his name is Zachary Ross. And
not Adrian's kid.
Not my kid.
Contrary to prior belief.
But yeah, so we decided to incorporate him in the show, and we have what we're calling Zach's Dance, Blitz Dance.
Yeah, sponsored by Charlie Clark Nissan. So take a look.
Welcome to Zach's Dance Blitz, sponsored
right. Good job, buddy.
That was some amazing dancing. Orale! Back to you.
I had to get in on the action of flossing.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a cooler duo? You got Dancing Bobby.
Dancing Bobby from Charlie Clark Nissan and
Zach.
With Zach. That's the perfect team.
Yeah.
Right there. So
they didn't invite me. It's fine. I mean, I thought we could have made a cool trio, but it's all right.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week you can,
I don't know,
can get in there.
Rachel's got the moves, guys. I don't want anyone to think she doesn't.
Rachel does got some nice dance moves. And speaking of dance moves, sweet play of the week. There was some nice footwork from our sweet play of the week winner for Cathedral. Let's go ahead and show the winning play here. There you see it right there, the nice footwork right there. That was Jose Carlos Herrera, the quarterback for Cathedral.
It took nine guys to get him down. 9!
Finally gets pushed out of bounds, but again, you just see
One.
just the two. Yeah, so that led to the cupcakes this week. I got to meet with Mr. Herrera and the Cathedral Fighting Irish. Of course, they were very excited. You can watch the entire presentation right now at kvia.com in case you missed it. Herrera took the first bite of the cupcake there. Plenty of frosting to go with it. And yeah, so congratulations. Moving on to this week, we're going to have a lot of plays to choose from.
We're going to be hard at work in the sports office on Saturday and Sunday, going through each play, noting them down, getting people's scores, figuring it out. But nominations will be coming Sunday, and I really want some cupcakes after seeing that. My gosh, massive shout out to Albertsons for giving us the cupcakes every week. We appreciate it.
They are very delicious.
Absolutely.
I can say that. Not that I've eaten any, taking some from the box.
No.
But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get to recap the scores for you. I know we had some scores missing when we were doing the highlights, but you see Eastwood winners over Pebble Hills today, 49-42. Montwood over Americas, 37-35. Del Valle takes care of Andrews, 53-0. Parkland over Burgess, 35-7. Canutillo winners over Austin, 35-7. Bel Air all over Chaparral, 61-0.
Then in some other scores, we had Hanks getting the win over Irvin, 53-13. Still waiting on that San Elio El Paso score, but it looks like El Paso got the win. Bowie over Isleta, 21-12. Fort Stockton over Horizon, 34-0. Riverside getting a big time dub, 28-0 over Jefferson. And Seminole over Mountain View, 58-14.
And in some more scores, Cathedral 17-14 over Favens. Clint and Gadsden still, I can't get over how strange that score is to look at. Two safeties. Gadsden winning 18-4. Rio Rancho Cleveland beating Las Cruces 42-13. Cobra beating Santa Teresa 34-12. Franklin over Coronado yesterday at the Sun Bowl 14-13. And Eastlake over El Dorado 35-20.
And the one lone game on this one, Anthony remains perfect on the season, 2-0. They took care of Hatch Valley yesterday as well, 35-20. So that's going to do it for week 3 of the Borderland Blitz. Of course, our top story was the incident over at Bowie High School involving a member of the band who had to be given CPR at the game. Of course, both of you will be here during the weekend, and you had that statement from the El Paso Independent School District.
Yes, we heard from EPISD in the middle of the Borderland Blitz today, giving us a little bit of an update, all the information they know. Again, it's still very much a fluid situation. There's plenty that we don't know. All we know is that this boy, who was a band member from Bowie High School, is in the hospital, and it was a very scary situation for both sides, everyone in attendance, all the teams, and again, thoughts and prayers going out to the boy, his family, the entire Bowie community.
Yeah, we know that CPR was given for several minutes there on the field before emergency services arrived, bringing out that fibrillator. We also know that from El Paso Fire that boy was transported, that student was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries or in life-threatening condition. We, of course, as we mentioned, will keep you updated throughout the weekend with the latest news, including on Good Morning El Paso, which starts at 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay, that's going to do it for us here on the Borderland Blitz for week 3. We'll see you next week for week 4. Have a great night, everyone.